guys, we are
Bella Dose.
Hey,
we're Boys World.
And we're here with Rob on Front Row Live.
Woo!
What's up, guys? Rob here, Front Row Live Entertainment. I am hanging out here with Bella Dose. I am excited to be talking to you, ladies.
Yes, we're so excited.
Tonight is a big night. First ever headline tour. This is what, night 3 of this tour?
Yes.
What has this tour been like for the first 2 nights? What have you guys learned so far?
I would say I think it's been kind of stressful. I think tour is really hard. I don't think it's
Stressful
all.
with the biggest smile.
It's not the easiest thing, but I think this is definitely gonna be my favorite show so far. But we've had just so many awesome fans. I mean, she came out here. She drove to all LA City, so that's so amazing to have people just come to each show and just be so supportive. So
Yeah, as independent artists, it's been such a blessing. So we're just really grateful, thankful to God, thankful to our supporters.
We do everything ourselves, so this tour is literally like a 7-man show.
and I love how intimate we were with the fans. Yeah, for sure. I love how intimate we were with the fans too for the first 2 shows. You know, we like went down, sang to them, and it was just a very intimate moment, and that's my favorite part about it.
That's awesome. And what better way to kind of do this tour than with the release of a new song, Agua? And you know, I'm curious because you are bilingual with your music. So, ¿cómo es escribir música en inglés y en español en la misma canción y cómo lo ejecutan?
La verdad es que sale natural. Cuando queremos español es como que, ok, aquí creo que necesitamos un poquito de español porque esas son nuestras culturas. Nosotras nacimos aquí en los Estados Unidos, pero nosotras tenemos todos padres latinos y nosotras nos criamos con esa cultura latina, entonces siempre tenemos que echar un poquito y para que la gente que they can relate to us, you know, they're able to what's the word? They're able to resonate.
Ya, es un merengue, pero EDM también a la misma vez. Tiene un poquito de todo.
Un poquito de todo y a la misma vez no cambian, no echan a perder la canción. Como a veces es duro poner los 2 temas juntos en inglés y en español y que peguen, pero pegan muy bien.
Ay,
¿Cómo lo hacen con los tonos y cómo son los tonos? ¿Son diferentes tonos cuando cantan en inglés a que cuando cantan en español?
Fíjate que creo que cuando cantamos español es como más squeaky and forward. Es como de, mírame, I'm like, pusa pa la foto.
See, that's how I feel when I speak Spanish.
And then in English, I'm like, hey.
Yeah, the tones definitely like make a switch. Like you have to make that tone in Spanish, I feel.
Where do you feel comfortable with like falsettos? Do you feel comfortable in both languages or do you feel like it's only in one more than the other?
I feel like both, but
Yeah,
honestly,
I feel
Spanish
both.
is pretty cool to just execute, I would say.
So far, every time when we're doing a Spanish song, like my part is like the higher like falsetto, and I think it's a little challenging sometimes. Like the words like just hit a little different, but I like it.
At the same time, Agua is hitting just in time. Summertime's almost around the corner, which is insane. So, you know, take me into that studio process and what was different this time around with Agua.
Oh my God, with Agua, let me tell you a little story.
Let's keep that smile on, though.
So actually, our manager, Vicky Curiel, she was like, you know, we're here in, where is it, San Francisco? San Francisco, and we were with Empire, and they were like, we were just talking to them, and they were like, you know what? Why don't we do a song right now? We have our guy Clayton here. Like, come on, let's do a song together. And we're like, okay. But mind you, we had a show in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
So we were on tour. So we also had to like go and write a song in 2 hours and see if it turned out good. And somehow it did. We actually loved Agua, but it like literally was rushed and we didn't know how we were doing it. It was all the vibes. It was just vibes.
Yeah, for sure. It was very much relying on vibes.
Well, I feel like at the same time, being an independent artist, I feel like that's most of what you guys are experienced doing. Like everything is under pressure or everything is so last minute because it's like whether it's an expensive ticket to fly somewhere or it's just like we only have this much time right now.
Yes.
No, literally, I'm telling you, people are like, oh, what are you guys doing next week? I'm like, I don't know. You think I know my schedule? No, we don't know what we're doing in the next year because I'm telling you, this year is going to be crazy for us. We're going to be everywhere, probably. Europe, Korea. I don't know where we're gonna be next, but
literally.
I'm always curious, like whenever it's like a group, I'm always curious what it's like kind of figuring out where your voice, where your personalities kind of fit in the group. So what was that like for you when you were starting to work together and trying to figure out where everybody fit?
Well, I think each of us really just try to incorporate each personality in a different way. So actually, she's dream girl in the group. I'm baby girl. She's home girl, and she's star girl. So with each girl, I feel like we wanted the audience to see what our personalities were, how we dress, and we really wanted them to identify themselves with one girl and to love us all as well. So even with songs, whatever fits best, we're like, okay, you would sound amazing on this part, so you have to take this thing, or you have to take this part because your voice is just that range.
I love that. I
So
love
I
that you
feel
guys
like-
help each other out.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Always.
very much a team. Like we love just being collaborative on everything we do, and also shining as well. That's why we do the rotation on TikTok too, because we want every girl to have their moment, but then we want us all to be together and be a team as well.
I love that. I love that. And at the same time, tonight, for example, you have Boys World on the show.
So excited.
You know, talk to me about this collaboration with Boys World, and what is it about them that like drew your attention and brought them on to your show?
Well, first of all, we met them before this idea even happened, and just their energy is so sweet, and like we just connected so well with them, and it was just like we were like, we need to make this happen someday. I don't know when or what, but that was definitely first like the thing that like clicked. We're all really good friends.
Yeah, and to be here in LA, we were like, wait, why don't we have a special guest and make it Boys World? I mean, I feel like it's an iconic girl group moment. It hasn't been done very often. So to be able to do it now is really just, I feel like such a girl power move.
And also too, like they're so talented, and I just know how it is in this industry. It's really hard for other people to lift up others, and I think that's something that we just wanted to do within ourselves. Like we're not selfish. We can share the light with another girl group. You know, we just want people to also see them. You know, they're also independent, and so we just like, you know, we want to like share the love.
Yeah.
For everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I want to dive in and talk about the album because this is the title of the tour, the L Pop Tour. So take me into that session of the album, and you know, coming into it, did you know first of all that you were writing an album, or was this one of those things that you were in the studio and these songs just kind of started to just happen and appear because you guys are the vessel, and you know now it's here, now you have an album?
Well, first, all of our music is written by us, and half of the album is co-produced by us. So we're very much like in our music for sure. Like we're definitely those type of artists who like to craft something all together. But some of the songs are literally 3 to 4 years old.
Yeah.
So it literally was all songs that we just kind of were making together. But I know you have more.
And we actually kind of wanted to drop them as singles, and we were like, we should just drop them as singles. But then we were like, wait, but this album is just so, it tells our stories. It literally tells our personal stories, like things we were going through in that moment, and it was just so vulnerable to us that we were like, we have to put this on a project and we have to release it as this because it just feels right. And that's what we ended up doing, was releasing it as a whole album, as a whole
That's
project.
amazing. With these songs that are on this record, which one would you say was the most challenge that you had vocally?
From our album, I would say, for me, probably the bachata, Adios. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I would say Windows, just because I was very emotional that day. We wrote that literally the day I found out I got cheated on. So it was just hard for me to just let out that emotion and then stay on pitch while not cracking, while not crying. So I would say Windows.
I would say to be honest, they're all like in like a good range for me, but like I would say my most fun one was Crybaby. The bridge of that was just such an awesome moment. Making that bridge and all the vocals and all of it coming together, all different elements, was like just like an ear like awakening moment for me.
For me, I would say Tongue Tied, because I had just found my partner cheating on me at a restaurant that same day. So literally, I actually left the studio because I saw the location. I was like, I gotta go. Thais came with me. We went to the restaurant, and I found them, and I was like, okay, cool. Came back to the studio, so I had to record my first verse on Tongue Tied. So I guess that was like the most vocally challenging because I was literally like just
She
so
was in
enraged.
fumes.
Enraged. I was just so emotional, but I got it done.
She did. And honestly, when she came in that studio, she was with fire. So like the verse was perfect. I think that was like her first take, and I'm like, oh wait, that was great. That was awesome.
Right? Was it?
I think it really was.
I was just so enraged, like.
So we need to find a way to piss her off every single time we record. Damn, that's brutal. I'm like, I hate that happened to both of you. But like, that's like,
It's life.
Hey, it's
it's
like
life,
it
but
makes room for the
portrays
better.
with your vocals. Yeah,
Yes.
like it's crazy how it works, especially being a musician. Like
Yes.
it's those kind of situations that make you kind of escalate your vocals or your range or whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah, I think as an artist, you need those emotionally challenging moments in your life because I think that's what makes you authentic in your music.
Yeah.
All right, well, to close us off, congratulations, first of all, with this album. Congratulations with Agua, because it's doing some numbers. I keep seeing you guys posting about it.
Yes,
Yes, actually,
we're 11 on. We're number one on Amazon.
It's just crazy.
Yes, number one on Amazon. It's our first time actually, and number 11 on iTunes charts Latin. So it's just awesome.
Yes, it's
All
really,
right, so
really
this
fun.
tour, like we said earlier, this is the first ever North American headline tour.
Yes.
Let's do Korea. Let's do a world tour. Let's
I'm
make this
doing
happen. To close us off, during this experience that you guys have had, whether it's on tour, whether it's writing music, what have you learned about yourselves or together as a group that you didn't know before?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I would say, for sure, inner ears we've never tried, like performing with, because we've done shows but never a tour. So just like the sound, I feel like I've learned a lot from like listening to myself performing with us four in the stage. You know, it's very different from just us performing, like doing covers and stuff like that.
Yeah. I feel like resistance. I feel like even though there's life going on around us, each one of us is so strong in every way. And we go on that stage like nothing's happening around us. Like we don't have any problems. Que no hay problema, ningún problema en el mundo. So we go on that stage, we kill it. And despite all the obstacles, we're here, we're sisters. And I'm just so proud of every single one of us.
Yeah.
I would say being able to easily adapt because I mean, we're always in different settings, always in different places, always having, you know, just some situations coming up where you just got to figure it out. You got to literally deal with it. And I feel like on like just recently, I've been really learning like, oh, wow, like I'm really good at adapting at just certain situations. All of us are, honestly. And it's just been really cool to see.
That's funny because that's one of the things growing up. Like I'm Mexican, and one of the things growing up with my parents, it's like you have to learn to adapt. If this job ends for you, you have to learn something else. Or if this opportunity closes, you have to open another one. So I totally felt that as well. So congratulations! I'm excited that I finally got to sit down and talk to you, ladies. I can't wait to catch you guys live. And you guys be sure to check out Bella Dos. New single Agua is out now. Ya está fuera, escúchenlo. And thanks for watching here on Front Row Live.
Listen.
Bye. Ciao.